Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to episode 48 of Crystalline Rays. My name is Rena. I am a master dowser, master geomancer, and spiritual alchemist. And I assist beautiful souls all over the world in welcoming abundant health, wellness, success, and happiness into their lives. Guys, today is the Halloween episode. You have heard me talk about Halloween for the last, I don't know how many months. I am so excited to be here with you today. And I think I have put together a pretty cool episode. I got some really spooky music playing in the background, and we are going to be talking about 31 interesting Halloween facts and trivia. You know, some of this you may know, some of this you may not know, and it might just be fun to learn a new thing or two to share with your friends, or maybe even those cute little trick-or-treaters that come to your house. Before we begin, I must tell you, if you are watching on YouTube, to hit the subscribe button, like the video, drop your comments below. I would love to hear what you are doing to celebrate your Halloween holiday. If you are watching on Facebook, follow the page, hit the love button on the video, and comment below. Again, I would totally love to hear from you. And if you are listening or even watching on Spotify or your favorite podcast player, be sure to follow the show and leave a review. It absolutely helps the show get seen and get followed, and I would love to share more interesting things with you. All right, guys, just like always, before we begin, we are going to start with a nice smudge to cleanse and clear the energy, to start fresh and renew ourselves. So here we go, lighting the smudge pot. Think about any judgments, illusions, fears that you are holding on to, old programs, karmic baggage, anything you are ready to release, and release it into this beautiful flame. All right. Now, sharing some of this beautiful smoke with you to cleanse and clear your space, welcome it into your heart, into your chakras, and refresh and renew yourself and your energy. And I'm going to do the same over here. Halloween, it's a great day to smudge. Actually, when this comes out, it's the day before Halloween, but if you know me, I've been celebrating for quite a few months, right? So this is just a fun show, mixing it up from a typical topic as to some of the services that I cover, the keys of the universe and things like that. We are just going to have a fun-filled episode, and I'm excited to be here with you today. All right, number one. Halloween's traditions originate from the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, celebrated by the Celts who lived 2,000 years ago in the areas of Ireland, the UK, and northern France. Number two. The word Halloween dates as far back as 1745. You may have also heard Halloween referred to as All Hallows Eve. This has Scottish roots, rendering to the shortening of the word evening to eve. This would sometimes be shortened even further to een, which gets us Halloween. Number three. Halloween is the second largest commercial holiday celebrated in America. It's the number one in my household, just so everybody knows. Number four. In Ireland, people celebrate Halloween by setting off fireworks. Number 5, An interesting tradition in Germany. People hide knives on Halloween night to prevent returning spirits from getting injured. Number 6. In Austria, Halloween traditions are celebrated for 7 days, known as All Souls Week. These traditions include leaving a light on in your home for 7 days and leaving offerings of bread and water out for loved ones who have passed. It is also common for Austrians to visit the graves of their loved ones, to leave flowers and lanterns. Now, something I do at my house, I have my southeast wall is pictures of my loved ones who have passed. So I have pictures of my mom, my father-in-law, grandparents, some of my friends, Peyton and Zeus, my puppy dogs who have passed. And every year we leave their favorite treats on a shelf for them. So it's kind of something special that I do. Maybe that's something you want to incorporate into your life too. Number 7. In Cambodia, beans wrapped in banana leaves are left out as an offering to loved ones who have passed on Halloween. Number 8. 1958 marks the first year the White House was decorated for Halloween. First Lady Mamie Eisenhower used faux skulls, pumpkins, and flowers to decorate. Number 9. The name Jack-o'-lantern originates in 17th century Britain. It refers to, you guessed it, a man with a jack-o'-lantern or a night watchman. Back in the day, Brits would call men by a common name like Jack if they didn't know their name. Number 10. Jack-o'-lanterns were originally carved from turnips, beets, and potatoes. During Samhain, the Celts would hollow out and carve turnip, beets, and potatoes to scare away ill-willed spirits from their doorsteps. After carving their vegetables, they would light them with a candle or a piece of smoldering coal. The Celts placed the lanterns in their windows and doorways with a belief that these carvings would scare away the ill-willed spirits, while welcoming the spirits of loved ones who passed to find their lantern light and come into their home. It is credited to the Irish immigrants who arrived in the New World, also known as America, that found pumpkins were plentiful and much easier to carve than turnips, beets, and potatoes. I can't even imagine how hard it is to carve a turnip, a beet, or a potato. Although I think I might add that to my list for next year. I will say, if you are looking to implement an incredibly spooky vibe to your home's decor this Halloween, a carved turnip will absolutely do. I have one of my teachers, she actually did this and then she let it sit out and just kind of get all wrinkly and crazy looking. It was absolutely spooky. See if you can find something on Google so you can see what I mean. Number 11. Illinois, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Texas, and California produced the... Excuse me. Let me start this one over. That was just a jumbled mouthful. Number 11, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Texas, and California. There we go. I got them all right. Produce most of the U.S.'s Halloween pumpkins. All states grow pumpkins, but these 5 states produce more than the other 46 states in the Union. Number 12. The state of Illinois is the top producer of pumpkins, growing up to 5 times more pumpkins than other states. That is crazy interesting. Number 13, a man named Stephen Clark from New York holds the 2013 Guinness Book of World Records title for carving a pumpkin in just 16.47 seconds. The carving included a complete face with eyes, a nose, mouth, and ears. Wow, I can't even imagine how crazy fast that is. Seriously. I wonder what it looked like. I couldn't find anything. Maybe I wasn't looking in the right places. I just think that's wild. Also, I don't know that I've ever seen a pumpkin with ears, other than those ones that you buy, like the little plastic pieces to stick in your pumpkins, like the little tiny pumpkins. Yeah, interesting. Number 14, the meaning behind black and orange as traditional Halloween colors. Orange is a common color we see during autumn, from pumpkins to fall leaves. It also bears deep meaning to the autumn harvest. Traditionally, these were celebrated by many groups in 3 phases. The beginning of harvest at the very beginning of August, known as Lunasa. The second harvest celebration takes place on the fall equinox, and the third is Samhain or Halloween, and is the biggest celebration of the 3. Black symbolizes darkness, but it is also a very spiritual color and offers meaning to new beginnings. Samhain celebrations mark the end of summer and the final harvest of the season. This tradition was also marked the beginning of winter. Winter, according to the wheel of the year or calendar, was associated with death. During Samhain celebrations, the Celts, excuse me guys, I don't know why that word stuck out. The Celts would seek out messages from spirits of loved ones from the other side of the veil. Number 15. Americans spend about $2.08 billion on Halloween candy each year. Wow. Interestingly, this equals about 600 million pounds of candy, which equals the weight of 6 Titanic ships. Holy macaronis! 16. The average American eats about 3.4 pounds of Halloween candy annually. Number 17. Kids consume about 7,000 calories on Halloween. How many are you going to consume? I'm just curious. 18. It was during the 1970s that candy became the official treat to hand out to trick-or-treaters. According to History.com, trick-or-treating became popular in America in the 1930s, and it was acceptable to hand out everything from homemade cookies to nuts, toys, and coins. Candy companies started marketing pre-packaged Halloween offerings in the 1950s, and 20 years later, it became the primary treat given out to children. Number 19. According to sales data spanning over 11 years from CandyStore.com, Skittles are the top Halloween candy. Curious, what's your favorite Halloween candy? I don't know. I don't have anything against Skittles. I really like M&Ms, especially peanut M&Ms. They're probably my favorite Halloween candy. Number 20. Candy corn was once called chicken feed. I find this really, really interesting. According to History.com, candy corns first appeared on the market around the 1880s, a time when about half of the American workforce was made up of farmers. Because of this, candies were often made into agricultural shapes, such as chicken feed, which we now think of as corn-shaped. The change occurred after World War I, when corn became viewed as people food. I'm also curious, do you like candy corn? I can do a piece or two and that's it for the year. It's just not my jam. Some people really like it with peanuts. Specifically, I think it's the dry roasted peanuts. I've never tried that. It's definitely probably something I should try. 21. This one's really, really interesting, guys. Halloween games were once played by women in pursuit of courtship and suitors. The New York Times explains that during the early 20th century, women took part in Halloween activities, thinking that it would lend information about the who's and when's of marriage. Bobbing for apples, much like catching a wedding bouquet, was believed that the winner would be the first to marry. There was a game played that involved peeling an apple. I'm assuming it was with a paring knife. I don't know. This one's interesting. And then tossing the peeling of the apple over the peeler's shoulder. Much like the idea of reading tea leaves, the woman would then try to interpret the peeling that landed on the floor or ground to determine the first initial of her future lover. Another spooky tradition speaks of women standing in a dark room in front of a mirror, holding a candle, and looking for their future husband's face to appear in the mirror before them. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's pretty wild. What do you think? Number 22. Michael Myers' mask from the Halloween movie. While filming the original Halloween film, the one that was started in, it was the Halloween film that came out in 1978. That's what I meant. Production designer Tommy Lee Wallace picked up 2 masks from a Hollywood Boulevard magic shop. One was a clown mask, and the other William Shatner as Captain Kirk in Star Trek. Tommy came in with the clown mask on, and we went, ooh, that's kind of scary. Guys, I'm all over the map here. Ooh, that's kind of scary. That's an actual quote. And then he put on the Shatner mask, and we stopped dead and said, it's perfect. Actor Nick Castle told the New York Times. It was then spray painted white, the eye holes made bigger, and the rest is Halloween history. That's really, really interesting. Number 23. The original Halloween, the one that came out in 1978, was filmed in just 21 days. This independent film had a budget of just $300,000 and was filmed in one location in South Pasadena, California. The famous Michael Myers mask was purchased for only $1.98 US dollars. Its success has followed up with 12 sequels and remakes. I can honestly say I'm not a huge Halloween movie fan. I do really, really enjoy the Rob Zombie portrayals of the film. That's probably, those 2 are my favorite. The other ones, I mean, they're okay. They are something that's always on in the background, and perhaps that's why. I know it's a Halloween classic, and obviously with the name of Halloween, I'm sure that's where it comes. I know lots of people love it. It's just my own personal opinion. which also probably doesn't really matter. Do you love the Halloween movies? I want to hear from you. Number 24. This is a good one. Charlie Brown was a trick-or-treat influencer. In 1966, an episode of Charlie Brown featured characters that went trick-or-treating. This was the first time trick-or-treating was highlighted on television. The cartoon quickly became popular, and everyone wanted to be like Charlie Brown and his friends. Number 25, a ghost costume. This one's pretty interesting. When somebody dies, a white sheet is laid over the top of their body as inspiration of one of the first Halloween costumes. The idea of wearing a white sheet over the top of you creates an illusion that there's a dead body under it. Now that's something we have absolutely simplified, has just gotten that much more creepier. I don't know. That's crazy. I guess I never thought of it that way. Number 26. No mask policies for Halloween. In Dublin, Georgia, if you are under 16, it is illegal to wear a mask. In Belleville, Illinois, if you are under 12, it is illegal to wear a mask. Wow, huh? Very interesting. I wonder if they actually enforce that. Number 27. In Bathurst, New Brunswick, which is in Canada, anyone over the age of 16 caught trick-or-treating faces a $200 fine. The city also enforces an 8 p.m. curfew for all residents on Halloween night. These rules were instated to curb mischief after a spree of Halloween night pranks. Wow, I'll tell you what, if you are under 16, over 16, and you come to my house to trick-or-treat, you are getting a treat. I love trick-or-treaters. I am excited for trick-or-treaters, which is also a big reason why I love going to Halloween Town. I hand out candy at my table where I do tarot readings. It is fantastic, and I love seeing all of the trick-or-treaters. Number 28. Monster Mash was once a graveyard smash on the Billboard charts. Performed by Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers, Monster Mash was released in 1962, hitting number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 list just before Halloween. Almost 60 years later, after its release in 2021, this Halloween favorite re-entered the Billboard Hot 100 at number 37. I love the Monster Mash. It is absolutely a graveyard smash. Number 29. Michael Jackson's 1983 Thriller is the most popular Halloween song. Every Halloween, this song is the most consistently downloaded, played, and streamed. Since its release, there have been 66 million copies sold globally. Crazy, huh? Number 30. The fear of Halloween is called Samhainophobia. And number 31. This one's a good one, guys. And I want to know if you see one of these. Superstitiously, it is believed that seeing a spider on Halloween means that you are connecting with a deceased loved one who is watching over you. What do you think about that? Did you learn anything new? I had so much fun sharing those with you. Guys, when I put all of these trivia and facts together for you, I hit up a bunch of different online sources, and I definitely want to give credit to those. You can actually find the listing in my blog with direct links to these articles, but I want to make sure and give credit to them here as well as in the show notes. So be sure to hit up the show notes to get this information. Today's sources: 100 haunting facts about Halloween, 13 thrilling facts we bet you didn't know about Halloween, 25 fun Halloween facts to celebrate the spooky season, 25 fun Halloween facts to trick or treat your friends, and 12 fun and impressive facts to test your knowledge this year. It is now time for us to draw an oracle card. So take a deep breath. If you have a question, I want you to focus your attention on that question. I'm going to shuffle. This is the Music Oracles deck. I haven't pulled this out for a while for us. Grace Jones. Learn to be your own sugar daddy. Harness the power of an unexploded bomb, always waiting, always ticking. To ensure survival, prey must become the hunter. What an interesting message for Halloween. I love it, guys. What do you think of that? This was an absolutely fun show. Thank you all for joining me. Again, Halloween is my jam, so I just wanted to do something fun and different this year, and I hope you guys all loved it. If you love tarot readings, be sure to visit my website, holistichealingtherapeutics.com, for $5 Wednesdays. Listings go live on Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central Time and run through Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. You can pick any day or time that works for you according to my schedule. We have 1 question readings for $5, 3 question readings for $10, and new to the lineup, I have 30-minute readings for just $20. Be sure to sign up for my newsletter for updates and reminders about $5 Wednesday and all of the things that happen through my website. If you are local to me, be sure to stop by my favorite crystal shop, Treasures of Sea and Earth, on Saturdays for in-person tarot card readings. This is in Bismarck, North Dakota, and Brenda and Jolene are wonderful and very helpful. They will help you find all of your crystals that you are looking for, along with anything your heart could ever desire. To learn more about me and the incredible work that I do, please visit my website, holistichealingtherapeutics.com. May you be blessed with infinite possibilities and opportunities this Halloween. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next